Okay, hello Internet! Welcome to Antiheroes Anonymous. I'm your Dungeon Master for tonight, Kay, and we'll go around and introduce everyone, and everyone's got new characters for the one-shot that I'm running, so let's start with Nick.
Alright, I'm Nick. I am playing Five-Legged Hare, the Tabaxi Physician, which is a class that I made up. Five-Legged Hare is a Tabaxi woman who has thick, floofy black fur and yellow eyes, and a sort of roundish build with a vest and breeches over that. She became a bounty hunter because it seemed to suit both her lifestyle of wanting to have people to kind of medically experiment on who nobody really cared about, and also her tabaxi nature of wanting to do one thing very intensely for a while and then move on to something else. So bounty hunter suits that because she can hunt her prey basically and then turn into somebody else when she gets bored with it, and then move on to the next job.
That's pretty good. All right.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm playing Winchu Garrett, who is a rock gnome bard who's got an entertainer's background. He has green eyes and green hair, and he's about 3 feet tall. He became a bounty hunter because he entered a gambling contest and won a jackpot. So he was able to go to college, but now he's got a little bit of a gambling problem, so he needs some money to support his habits.
Love it.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm, for the one-shot, playing Garrus, who is a wood elf monk. And Garrus is a slender, tall wood elf. He tries really hard to conceal his face with scarves and hoods and things because he was cursed by a witch. So his face resembles that of whatever people sort of dislike about someone else, so someone who's scowling at them or anything like that. It's some magical thing that people don't like looking at. He became a bounty hunter for a vengeful reason, to find a sect or a group that was that murdered one of his companions.
Ooh.
So that's what he's doing.
Okay. Thank you. Before we get into the one-shot, I will go ahead and go through some announcements. We stream on Twitch every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific, and then we post episodes to YouTube the following Wednesday. But for the next couple of weeks, our schedule's a little shaky, like how we're doing a one-shot tonight, because Ethan, our normal Dungeon Master, couldn't be here. Next week, we're playing an episode as normal, and then the following week, we won't have an episode. But the schedule right now is written on our Twitch channel, so go ahead and check that for details. We use a custom class, the Physician, which Nick made in this game, and we have a lot of custom items, a custom wild magic table for our normal campaign, and the links to all of those are also on the Twitch channel. Our music is from BattleBards, TabletopAudio, and Incompetech, which the links to those you can find on our Twitch channel page in the chat if you type !BGM. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, all the stuff is in the video description, so go ahead and take a look there. Follow us on Twitter at AntiheroesAnon. We can check when we go live. We post updates about schedule changes, if we have to cancel randomly, that kind of thing. So just go ahead and follow us there to stay in the know. All right. Enjoy the show. Share it with your friends. Let's get started. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay. Music. Okay, so you guys are all bounty hunters. You have all decided to take on this bounty together. Your hunt has led you here to the town of Nethermire, where a string of murders has taken place. The town is quiet, its people watching you with terror in their eyes. Doors and windows are bolted shut, curtains drawn. Townsfolk hurry down dark streets and disappear inside buildings as though afraid to spend too much time outside. The three of you, plus your fourth party member, a roguish human named Gorsag Amblecrown, decided to split up to gather information. But that information is hard to come by. The people are afraid to talk for fear of becoming the next target. It is difficult to distinguish rumors from fact, but the culprit seems to be a longsword-wielding horseman who runs his victims down and murders them in cold blood. You now stand before a dark, foreboding, two-story manor, the alleged home of necromancer Crixor Morte, who was rumored to have some bad blood with each of the victims. There are no other houses nearby, as though the village has done its best to give this place a wide berth. The north side of the house is set against a large, fenced graveyard. Something in the air sends a chill up your spines as the wind rustles the barren branches of trees in the light of the full moon. Before you see a wrought iron gate with hinges on one side and a lock on the other. It fills the archway of a stone portico. The gate is unlocked, and its rusty hinges shriek when the gate is opened. There are oil lamps hanging from the portico ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oaken doors that open into the grand foyer. Do you go inside?
Sure.
Sure? Alright. Get up and draw the rest of the map. Or at least the next part.
So this is the entrance into the manor.
Yep.
So it has a graveyard. I wonder if one of the gravestones says, I'm a goner.
We're not in a Disney film. Okay. It's kind of a small foyer, but you guys can just go inside. Okay.
Are you actually large?
No, he's not. That's just the only mini we have for Tibet.
Yeah.
I'm just checking. Yeah.
Doesn't look much like 5, but yeah, whatever.
I mean, 5 is all black, too,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hanging on the south wall of the foyer are 3 large frames draped in cobwebs. Their contents are so heavily masked in dust that they're imperceptible. Mahogany frame double doors leading from the foyer into the main hall are set with panes of stained glass. What do you do?
So there's doors to the north of us, and there's doors to the east.
There's doors to the east. There's no door to the north.
Oh,
Is it a window? Those are the pane glass.
To the south, there are the 3.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
The 3 large paint frames, dusty frames.
Oh, okay. And then there's stained glass in there.
The stained glass there is in the doors here.
Okay. I'm gonna try and listen to see if there's anything I can hear in the house.
Make a perception check.
13.
13.
Mhm.
You kind of step up to the stained glass.
Mhm.
You kind of put your ear on the door. You hear kind of creaking. The house is kind of settling a little bit. It doesn't seem like a new house. It seems like it's been here a while. And you hear water. And kind of like the sound of china. You aren't quite sure what it is.
Like rattling cups and plates.
Not so much rattling cups and plates, but maybe clinking.
Okay.
Like they're knocking together a little.
Okay.
Like somebody's doing the dishes. Can I use detect thoughts?
What's the range on detect thoughts?
30 feet.
You can certainly try. Do you use it?
No way.
All right. Can I poke my head into the next room and peer around and look
Sure.
with my dark vision, with our dark vision combined? Sorry, human.
All right. I like this music a lot. It's so creepy, right? My pardon the poor drawing.
The fireplace.
Yes.
I recognize it.
Yes.
That was way too big.
Well, it happens, you know. Sometimes people draw 25 feet depth.
It's hard to go from this
Some
to
of
this.
us never want to hear about that again.
I will never mention again.
Did that happen to
I
you?
now understand your.
You're like so really big desk.
I now understand. Sorry, my apologies as I draw this very crudely and quickly.
I think I'll just ask the rest of the group. Alright. So, this character, Krixor, he's not a suspect, is he?
Suspect?
We are running him down for what he knows, but are we doing it?
Well, why wouldn't he be? I understand he's had some contact with all the victims.
That's what I'm wondering. How are we handling this? Is it, are we coming in hard, or are we here to question him?
What's our what was the bounty for? Is it like a dead or alive thing, or is it like?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, is it the same either way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem to matter to me then. If it's just about money.
Hard then?
That's fine. And then I would ask the human with us. What about you?
Huh? What?
Right. Okay.
Are we going or what? What are we just standing here for?
Yes. And let's get into the next round.
And we'll
He's
go-
using a dagger to pick his teeth. Alright, so you go into the next room. It's a wide hall. Runs the width of the house with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. The staircase rails are draped in cobwebs. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is another large, dusty painting of a rearing horse. The horse has a rider, but the top corner of the canvas has been burnt, leaving a large black spot where the horseman's head should be. The wood-paneled walls are ornately sculpted with flowers and fleur-de-lis. The decorative paneling follows the staircase as it circles upward to the second floor.
Okay. I'm gonna go examine that painting some closer.
Okay?
Yeah, I'll come up.
It's above the fireplace. You're going to climb up there, or you're just going to look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up there.
How tall? How high is it?
Make an acrobatics check.
I actually have a climbing speed.
Well, okay then. It's not, I mean, it's probably, 10 feet up. It's not that far.
Yeah, I have a climbing speed of 20, so I guess I would have to make it to like hang there, huh?
I mean,
can-
there's not really a place to hang. There's nothing, I mean, unless you try to stand on the mantelpiece.
I can help.
Okay.
No, wait, here, let me give you a hand. Oh, that's what the painting is. Spooky wobbly boo.
Hey, I got an 18 or 18.
Okay.
Which works into a 21 for acrobatics.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see if that was if it was like a clean burn, or if like there was a fire in like some of the top part of this painting. But
Did you make a perception check or an investigation
that
check?
was an acrobatics check. Let me make a which one do you like me to make?
Well, are you using your hands or are you just looking at it? You can use whichever one's better. Whichever one you have a higher skill in.
I think I will go with. I think they're equal actually, but I'll use perception.
Okay.
Hey, I'm rolling really good tonight. It's a 23.
Good. Wait, spell your good rolls now.
Which are like rules on examining the painting.
It's a very clean burn. It looks like it was very deliberately made.
Okay.
It's the only part of the painting that's damaged.
Is there anything behind it?
Do you try to take it off the wall?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Nothing's behind it.
Okay, then I'll carefully replace the painting and then hop back down.
Okay.
Landing on all fours.
Okay.
Alright. That was the most noticeable feature in the room, right? Next to the staircase and the other doorways?
Mhm.
Yeah, the staircase,
Okay.
the fireplace, the painting.
Are you still listening for sounds?
I don't think so.
Did you want us to establish a marching order? No.
Not unless you enter a new room.
Okay.
Why didn't we knock on the door to start our answers?
I think because the door was open.
The door
The
was
door
open.
was unlocked.
Oh, it was
wasn't open.
unlocked. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We can say you knocked on it and it's swung open.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Where do you think the necromancer will be? Up or down?
Of course, Doug frowns. It smells like soap.
I don't smell anything, and my senses are keener than yours, so I say it doesn't.
What makes you think your senses are keener than mine, huh? What, do you want to go? I'll take you right here.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So if we heard water running, let's go down and see if we can find the kitchen or the basement.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
I'll aid you.
Okay, at advantage.
Go once more. Okay, so take the best one.
11.
Is that
You
right?
can hear a little bit louder the sounds of splashing
Oh, I see.
water and clinking dishes coming from the door to the southeast. From this door.
A servant is about. Let us see if he knows where the master is.
Good, maybe we can get some info out of them.
Okay.
So yeah, let's go into that room.
Okay. Who's leading the way?
Not me, I'm the
Push the
littlest.
NPC in first.
Gorstag.
Here, big boy, you can go first.
Expendable.
He's like, I am kind of hungry. I am kind of hungry.
Mr. Big Strong. Go get him. I was gonna say go get him Tiger, but that'd be what I would say to Nick.
He's not a tiger, he's a
Go
panther.
get him, champ.
Okay, the kitchen. It's a kitchen.
Mhm.
It's a mess. It's a mess. There's dirty dishware, cookware, and utensils piled next to the wash basin. Oddly, though, a soapy dish and sponge are floating over the basin. They seem to be washing themselves. There's a work table with a cutting board and a knife on top of it. There's a stone dome-shaped oven that stands near the east wall, and its bent iron stovepipe connects to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door.
Good timing.
Behind a small door in the southwest corner of the kitchen is a dumbwaiter. That would be right here.
There's a door there,
I forgot to draw it.
and there's another door somewhere else.
There's a door here, and a door,
I see.
a little door over there. Looks like a dumbwaiter door.
Okay, do you want to go back out, guys? And
I don't know if
explore
there's much to
somewhere
get
else?
here.
Yeah, we need to find some.
Gorstag looks, and he sees the floating dish, and he goes, "Ah! What in tarnation's happening here?" And he
Soap and water.
smacks you. He says, "You can use magic, right?
Doubt?
What's going on?"
Doesn't look evil to me. What do you want me to do?
He's never seen soap and water before.
Apparently.
Or smelled it.
Hey, I just said I
live
smelled
with
soap.
gnomes.
Come on.
I want to open the oven and look inside.
Okay. There's nothing in there. Maybe
Okay.
some like old charcoal pieces, coal, whatever they used to cook food.
All right. I'm satisfied for now.
Okay.
I'll leave. Where are we going next?
The dish gets rinsed off, and a new one starts to get scrubbed.
Should we check the dumbwaiter though? There's always something in the dumbwaiter.
You're small, you do it.
Alright. Cats.
All right, you're gonna open the dumbwaiter door.
Yep.
It's empty,
Okay.
but the dumbwaiter's sitting there.
The dumbwaiter's there, we don't have to do the ploys. Okay.
It's just there.
Alright.
There's like a dish in it, a dirty one.
How unclean.
All right, where to next, guys?
You want to go up or down?
I prefer up, I think.
Up is fine.
Let's go.
Okay.
Up the stairs we go.
Make me draw a whole new map.
They don't tell you about all the non-binary parts of being a DM.
The
You can just scoot it
stairs are.
that way.
Well, I was gonna say, as you get toward this door here, you hear something coming from out the window. Sound of horse hooves.
Someone's coming, guys.
Sounds like it's coming around to the front of the manor.
I'm gonna find a place to hide.
Okay?
I will also hide.
Where are you going to hide? You're in the kitchen right now. Well, I
Oh,
guess
no,
you're
we
in
came out.
you're in the main hall now.
The main hall.
You're here.
Is there a place where I find a staircase?
Can I look out the window?
There's no window there. You'd have to.
Is there a door to the west?
This one right here behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a door there.
I'm gonna open that door and hide behind it.
Behind the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Are you leaving the door open?
Yeah. So it's like a barrier between me and the front door.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Well, that's not a good roll. It's 10.
Okay.
I feel like almost everything has a passive perception of at least 10. But I think I'm getting this over there.
What are the rest of you doing?
Can we hide behind the staircase?
Um,
Would do that?
I mean, it's kind of curving and
Can
it's
I-
like solid, so I don't think there's
So
a
could
place
I
to go
go
under
up
it.
to the almost the top of it so that I'm somewhat concealed downstairs?
Oh, like behind a railing or something?
Well, I mean, like if it's a U shape, then if it's going up, then I would be like up here.
You, yeah,
So then the
try.
staircase would cover me.
You can try.
I'll try that.
Make a stealth check.
I got a 17.
Okay, remember that number.
Really sneaky.
What are you doing? One shoe.
Well, how big is the fireplace?
What?
How big is the fireplace and is there a fire going?
There's no fire going. It's big enough for a little tiny gnome to get in there.
Yep.
You're gonna hide in the fireplace? Okay.
Nice.
Oh, this is such a bad idea.
Make a stealth check.
That's right one. Oh gosh. What is that? Is that a? Oh, that's a 7. Okay, so 11.
Well, you beat mine.
It looked like a 1 at first without my glasses. Just it's really similar.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are all hiding.
Mhm.
And Gorstag looks around like, what are you guys doing? Where are you going? And I'm gonna move you over because it looks like you're in that room.
Right.
And the horseshoe sounds stop.
Mhm.
And you can hear boom as someone dismounts. Especially you, because it's right outside those windows.
Okay.
Alright. I need to find my music. And hold on. Music change. Music change.
So he got off his high horse, huh?
That's not it. This one.
Well,
And you can hear the heavy footsteps and the loud creak of the gate
Mhm.
and more heavy footsteps. Gorstag turns toward the door now. He can hear it too. And he gets out his daggers and he says, "Come on! Whatever you are, I'm ready for you."
Oh gosh.
You can't see this because you're
Yeah.
behind a door.
Yeah.
You have line of sight.
Mhm.
You can see kind of the foot, the feet. Heavily armored. He slams open the door. Figure dressed with a black cape, leather armor, a long sword, no head. Gorstag shouts, and he runs up to him with a dagger, and he plunges it into the guy's chest. But the guy just kind of pulls it out, raises his long sword. One swipe.
Oh.
That's probably what I see. It's like I see the head rolling by.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. The Gorstag's body was standing there, beheaded, for a long moment
Was he wearing a red shirt?
before crumbling to the ground, and the head goes rolling into the den where you 5 are hiding. The figure there, the headless horseman, is quiet for a moment. And he turns, and he starts making his way into the den. Thunk. Thunk.
is there anywhere?
Thunk.
Is there anywhere else around here
Are you
to hide?
gonna move?
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Where are you
Is there
going?
anywhere else here to hide?
I'll draw the inside of the room for you.
I can't read his thoughts because he has no
Does it require a head or just thoughts?
How can you have thoughts with no head?
Magic.
Maybe it's just invisible.
I tried.
Their fireplace.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how full of magic I am. I'm gonna try to detect thoughts on a headless horseman.
So there's a table.
So there's a table, there are 2 sofas, there's another fireplace, and there are 2 cabinets.
I'm gonna dive under the table right there.
Okay, make another stealth check at disadvantage. Because he is coming for you. He's coming in that room.
This is a better, but 13.
Okay. As you climb under that table, and you get yourself settled, and you stay very still, you look up, and there's Gorstag's face staring at you. And you have to put both of your hands over your mouth to keep yourself from screaming. Thunk, thunk. The horseman makes his way into the den. He comes right up to that table.
What are you 2 doing?
You can hear the
Lightning?
leather creaking. Are you doing anything?
I want to use True Strike.
What does True Strike do?
You extend your hand and point a finger at a target in range. Your magic grants you brief insight into the target's defenses.
Well, you'd have to be able to point at him, and he's currently in another room.
Oh, he's not.
He just went into the
He
den.
just went to the den.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll.
You're here, and he's here.
Okay, so
By the way, Ethan printed this for me. It's glorious
It's really
Looks really good.
and headless and just fabulous.
Now, did he find a headless figure to print, or did he find a figure to print and then figure out a way
He
to print
found
it
a
without
headless
head?
figure.
Okay.
Yeah. He looked for it all week.
okay, so since I'm.
So are you gonna get out of your hiding spot?
Yes, I'm gonna go get out of my.
Okay, I think it's time to roll initiative.
Yeah, this sounds an
Yeah.
initiative situation.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? I think this one.
Your initiative, which is
Oh, here it is. Oh my god.
I as well. Don't need this one anymore.
she is eating a paper, or it's going to.
Just smelling it. It's fine. Don't need that one anymore.
It smells like a corpse.
No. Or one shoe. It's just frozen in fear.
She did. 5.
All right, Garrus, you're up first. What are you doing?
Alright. Seems like now's the time if we're gonna make a move, so I guess I'll get out of hiding as well, and I'll run in to the other room. So I have to move down the stairs, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. You're right behind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna start punching him.
Okay.
As he killed one of our comrades.
He certainly did.
Yeah. I didn't really like that comrade, but he was good.
That was kind of the point.
So I'm gonna do. Let's see. I'm gonna make the attack action, and then I can do flurry of blows.
That's as a bonus, right?
Yeah, but as a bonus and a key point. So I'm gonna make 2
Well,
unarmed
just
strikes.
start with your
All
start
right. So my
one
first.
at a time.
All right. My first attack is a 10.
Doesn't hit.
And it misses, and then I can still make 2 attacks, right? They don't just have to connect. Right. So I'm gonna make 2 other attacks.
And that's your flurry. You mark
Flurry.
off your key point.
Yep, I will. Oh, I got 1. Well, one was another 10. No, 12.
Miss.
Okay, and the other one's a 25.
So that will hit.
So, and then I'll find the key points in a second on this, but I will make the strike so someone else can go.
Okay.
That is a D4. Not my D4. They are not here. I'm just gonna roll a D6 and then not use 5 or 6. Okay, cool. So I got 5 hits, 5 points of damage.
5
bludgeoning.
hits. 5 points of damage.
And that is my turn.
Okay.
I don't have any points. Oh, there's the bottom.
Oh, it was one shoe who got the 5. Alright. Okay. 5, you're up.
Okay. I am going to disengage as I like hiss at the horseman and run out of the room.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, well he's gonna swipe at you with his
Well,
No,
sword.
disengage.
Oh, you
That was my
disengage.
action.
That's right, that's right. Alright. Where are you going?
Where see that little nook to the east? Right, like next
Here?
to the stairs? Yeah, that's where I'm going.
So right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Okay.
I just put me on that 6.
What?
My move speed is only 30.
It's only 30?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Cool. Well, it's now the horseman's turn.
I don't think I'll.
Not yet. You rolled a 5. Wait. So the horseman is going to bend down at the waist and pick up the head, put it in a bag.
That's not what I thought I was gonna do, and I'm glad he's not doing that.
Then he's going to turn around towards you,
Yeah, I'm
Garrus,
not surprised.
because you punched him in the back.
Yeah, I did.
And he's going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
I think a natural 1 will not hit.
Barely missed.
Alright, how about a math? 25.
I'm sorry, I have 26. That is.
Oh my god, I rolled high. Take 19 slashing damage.
Alright. That's nice. Okay, I don't like this guy.
Alright. That's his turn. He's gonna stay where he's at.
This guy's very strong.
Mm-hmm.
1 shoot.
Okay, so I'm gonna get closer, and I'm gonna create. I'm gonna use minor illusion, and I'm gonna create I think I'm gonna create an image of a let's say a lion roaring near the fireplace to distract him.
Okay. You have a stealth save DC?
Yes.
What is it?
13.
Is it just an image, or does it have
It's an
sound?
illusion.
It's just an image?
It has to be an illusion or sound.
So you picked a visual image? It has no effect. He can't see it. He has no head.
Can't hear it either.
He has no head.
Good thought.
Should have done true strike.
Where are you, by the way? Where did you make the illusion?
I think
In here, you said by the fireplace?
Yeah.
Then you would have had to
Yeah.
at least come to the door
Yeah,
to be
she
able
said
to.
she moved.
Oh, okay. So you're here?
Yeah.
Okay. Zach, I might ask you to move those for me.
Yeah, I'll move for you.
Okay. Alright. You're up, Garrus.
I think we should run. I'm gonna disengage, and I'm gonna run back up the stairs.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go disengage, and then 1, 2,
I think you
3.
have a feat that lets you do that too.
I don't want to spend a key point.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna be upstairs on the next level.
Okay.
Like, run
What are you
away!
doing up there? You're just gonna hang out?
Well, I don't know what's up there, so I
Okay.
can't tell you.
Okay. I meant you're not gonna like hide or anything.
I don't have another action.
That's true. 5?
Can I get to where Garrus is with 20 feet of climbing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys see 5 jump up and start scrabbling up the walls, and then I reach Garrus and I'm going to heal him. And I just start getting on my kid and like start rubbing some salve into his wounds.
Okay.
You're probably not even asking really to do this. I'm just doing
You're still doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Take 6 points of healing.
You.
Mark off the medkit.
Alright.
Okay.
That's my turn.
The horseman's up. He's gonna turn around. And he's gonna walk right up to you in the doorway. 1 shoe. Very slowly. Dum. Dum. And he's going to take a swing at you. Oh, but he did not roll very high. We've got 14. That hits?
Yeah.
You can use your cutting words. This is what that feature's for.
Yeah? You gonna use your cutting words on it?
Oh. Where did I write that? Yes, I will.
Okay, roll the d6. So subtract 2 from that roll.
Subtract 2?
Yeah.
What did I say it was? 14.
14.
So 12. Does it miss?
Yes.
Good. The other one was a 10. So he misses 2 times. Very lucky. Very lucky. That's his turn.
So
Yes.
that's one of your bardic inspiration dice as well.
1 shoe?
Run 1 shoe.
1 shoe, you're up.
Yes, I'm going to.
Can you, for me, make an intelligence check, please?
15.
You seem to remember a piece of information that you heard from the tavern keep after you performed last night. And that seems like it's really, really important right now.
Okay. Oh, it says, oh yeah, the tavern keeper guy told me that if we stand really still and don't make a sound, he won't know we're in the air. So he said best to stay away from him altogether.
What are you going to do on your
Thanks,
turn?
1 shoe. As I'm like bleeding out profusely.
What are you going to do?
So I'm gonna, if I point my finger at him, he's going to detect the movement. So, and I have to point my finger at him to.
Well, are you going to try to do that, or are you going to try to hide?
Why not? I'll save the group. Let's do detect thought. I mean, not detect thought. What was that other one I wanted to do?
Oh, true strike?
True strike. Yeah.
What does that do?
It tells me what his weaknesses are.
Oh.
Well, maybe we're not supposed to mess with him at all. Maybe we're supposed to find that other guy.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
just
I'm running.
stand stand still.
Oh,
Well, he already
stand
knows
still.
you're there, though.
Oh, he does he?
He knows where you're at, but
Yeah,
if
okay.
you want to go and hide somewhere, make a stealth check.
I'm little, but I'm probably faster than that big monkey is. So yeah, I'll run.
Okay, where are you going?
Back to the fireplace!
Back to the fire over here.
Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth check.
So it's 15.
Okay. Garrus, you're up. What are you doing?
What's upstairs?
It's another great hall. I'll draw it in a minute.
Okay.
They have, you see 4 suits of armor standing up, another fireplace,
Okay.
a mirror on top of the fireplace.
So I'll
More
hide
doors.
next to one of the statues.
Okay.
One of the statues, I guess.
Stealth check.
Natural 20.
Perfect.
Very sneaky.
You disappeared.
I'm pretty much in the statue.
You don't
I
even
just-
know where you are right
Can I
now.
like Looney Tunes hop into the statue?
5.
I don't want to be where I am right now. I'm gonna go into this other great hall and hide there.
Stealth check.
You're upstairs with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be there.
Oh, you don't want to be there?
I want to be upstairs, but not with you.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth check.
After rule 1.
At
Does he
advantage
check-
because you know that if you stand
Okay, yeah,
still and
that's
don't
true.
make a sound.
You're kidding me! Come on.
It's not me,
2 ones. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Mhm.
Good to know.
But I did move, so he can't get to me on this turn. I don't think.
It's the horseman's turn. He's gonna walk out into the hall. And he's gonna stand there for a second. You can see him one shoot, and you're watching him. You can see his legs. And you're wondering, did it work? Does he know where we are? And then he turns toward the stairs and starts climbing. But he can't quite get all the way up yet. Looks like you guys are in here somewhere. That's it. That's his turn. One shoot.
Okay.
You can choose to stay hidden. If you move, he's gonna come after you.
I know. So I'm gonna stay.
Okay? You don't have to roll that stealth check again. You're not moving. Garrus?
Stand put.
Okay. 5.
That's where I am now. If I move, he might find where I am.
He doesn't have a head.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if I can hide by staying perfectly still.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Roll another stealth
I'm
check.
gonna try and do that.
At advantage.
Why do I keep getting the same number twice? I rolled 2 10s this time, which turns into a 15. 2
Okay.
15s, I guess.
The horseman gets to the top of the stairs, and he stops. And his body turns like this, as if he's looking for something. And a long moment passes, and you're not sure if he knows. Can he hear you? You hold your breath. Finally, he turns around. He goes back down the stairs. And he crosses through the main hall in front of the fireplace. Yes! And he leaves the house. Good job, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna need to sit down for a second.
Could have told us that earlier.
Yeah,
I forgot.
that would have been nice.
I forgot. I don't think it would have worked for old Gorstag anyway. I don't think he's capable of keeping quiet.
Poor stag.
I want to examine Gorstag's wound.
Okay.
and try and figure out if this was
You guys go.
it was just like a magical sword or just a garden variety sword swipe. Like how clean is the wound?
How would you be able to tell that?
I'm a physician.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna make a medicine check.
Make a medicine check.
Can I take a short rest and
The short
use
rest
hit
takes
dice?
an hour.
That was like 30 minutes.
Takes an hour.
Okay, well,
21.
I need to heal, so
Yeah, it's odd
I can heal you.
because you'd
Can you?
think if someone got beheaded,
Mhm.
there would be a huge
Yeah.
pool of blood.
Mhm.
But there's nothing. It looks like
lightsaber.
it was cauterized the moment the cut was made.
He's a Jedi.
Like the sword was extremely hot.
Did I notice anything when he swung at me?
It hurt.
Lots of pain.
Here, show me that.
Okay. What am I showing you? My
Wound.
wound. Okay. So I'll just like.
No, I'll work to dress it a little bit.
Same thing. It's like a burn.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's bled much.
It's magic. One swipe. Very clean. I'm
Very painful.
I can.
a little bit of
do-
professional jealousy.
Can you can probably cure him. Better
Yeah,
than I
I'm
can.
working, and I'm gonna work at curing him a little bit.
All right.
Take 6 HP back.
Okay.
And then take 8 temp HP.
Okay.
Spend these points.
Should we?
This should hold you for now.
Thank you.
Okay.
You don't think we need to rest for a little bit? Think we're okay?
No, no, you seemed fine to me.
All right.
I'm a doctor. I know these things.
Do you need more?
I'm still hurt, but
Because I can give you I can do the cure wounds and do a D8.
I think we're okay for right now.
Okay.
Let
5?
us. Mhm.
Make a wisdom check.
Okay. 5. Hey, how about that?
What's your bonus?
Well, I rolled a 3.
Oh, so it's
plus
5.
2, so it's 5.
Never mind then. Go on with what you were gonna say.
Okay. So
We should.
Climb out of the fireplace.
Yeah.
You are covered
in
in soot and cobwebs, and it's disgusting.
Explore upstairs.
I agree.
yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
All right.
Quietly.
Okay. All right. I need to draw the second floor. Can you get me a paper towel,
Yeah.
water, please? Thank you.
You want to erase that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I guess I could leave it.
Just pull it that way. Or yeah, this way. There's more. Yeah.
Oh, nope, I don't. People are smarter than me. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves while I do this real quick.
I had heard
Yeah, share
that
your
the
info.
killer took heads, but I dismissed it as a fanciful, stupid rumor.
While he's saying this, I'm listening, but I also want to check our late companion's body to see if he had any clues that he didn't share with us
You're
or anything of value.
gonna make an investigation
I
check.
can.
Oh, good idea.
Would you like to help me with that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You said investigation? 16?
Okay. You find 2 daggers.
Okay.
About 12 gold.
Okay.
A very large tin of chewing tobacco. And that's it.
No notes or anything?
Nope. He had
Alright.
no care in the world for what you guys were doing.
He had no clue.
He was just in it for the money.
He's clueless.
He does seem to be strongly tied to this necromancer. He's showing up at his home unannounced. Wouldn't you say?
The horseman? The headless guy?
Hmm.
Yeah, I would think so. I heard that the necromancer visits what's the library? The wizard tutor. Visits the wizard tutor. The wizard tutor? Right? Not wizard's tutor? Wizard tutor?
The wizard tutor.
Okay, the wizard tutor and
He tutors the wizards in the town.
Ah, I see. And borrows very strange books.
Well, all magic is strange.
About summoning fiends and things too.
So if we think he's connected, maybe there's some kind of hidden chamber that we can look for and find out what he's working on. I'll sneak up and see if I can hear anybody upstairs.
So when I punched the horseman guy, did I notice anything off about his body? Like
what?
Like, because I punched regular people before,
Yeah.
and I realized that he, like, you know, there's a certain, like, it's not like metal. He's not like made of wood or metal or anything.
No. He
Just
felt like
flesh.
it felt like flesh.
Okay.
It felt like lots of muscle.
Okay.
But
And then also when our late companion stabbed him, there was no blood or anything.
No.
Oh. So one of his daggers, it's not bloody at all. Because I just grabbed his dagger. So I can pretty obviously see if there's blood or not, right?
that's true. Make an intelligence check.
Okay. I got a 12.
You get the feeling that Gorstag, it's not really that strong. I think maybe the dagger didn't even pierce through the armor.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. So, you guys are in the upper hall.
Okay.
There are unlit oil lamps mounted on the walls. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed mirror reflecting the room back at you. Standing suits of armor flank wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a long sword. One, strangely, is missing its helm. The doors are carved with dancing figures.
Huh. How many suits of armor are there?
There are 4.
One is headless.
This one here, I did not draw a head on because he has none.
Oh, I see.
I don't like this room. I don't want to spend much time in it.
Do we recall seeing a helmet that would match the others?
No.
East or
You didn't
west?
spend much time downstairs, so to be fair.
East or west?
West.
West it is.
Okay.
There's
What?
only
Why did you bring
us.
Gorstag up?
Yeah.
Did I? Oh. Because he was just there. He did. He very did.
Just drag him with us. Come on, Gorstag.
His ghost is just coming with you.
I was just looking at the group, just thinking, okay, who's going to go in first?
And you're like,
It's like,
wait,
oh.
Gorstag.
Yeah.
It would have been a very spirited campaign.
These are windows.
Mm.
They're very big and covered in drapes.
Was it pretty obvious to hear the headless horseman walking around? Or do you want us to, like, tell you we're, like, always listening for him? Or
I mean, are you always listening?
I am.
What's your passive perception?
15.
Okay, I'll let you know if you hear something.
He didn't seem like he's the one for much stealth, so
No, he isn't.
just walks around.
doesn't
Plomp,
really-
plomp, plomp.
He doesn't really need stealth.
He doesn't need to.
Very long key.
He's just ready to one-shot me again.
Okay. You guys enter. Who's going in first?
12 will go.
12?
It's 12 now.
Not 5 anymore.
It happens.
Can you change your name?
All right. You enter what looks like a conservatory. There are gossamer drapes covering the windows. of this elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. A grand piano with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp that seems to be playing itself.
The man loves fireplaces, doesn't he?
I guess so.
It's fun to
Is
be
there three
blazed
now?
then.
Everything is covered
Four?
in dust,
I see one in every single room.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
and there are cobwebs hanging from the ceiling.
One shoe, was it?
Yes.
Investigate the fireplace for me.
You
Of
know.
course, I'm always a little less.
The harp music is very beautiful.
Okay, I'll go check out the fireplace, see if there's anything unusual.
Okay, make an investigation check.
What does it say? 3?
3.
Okay, so 18.
Nothing unusual in the fireplace. On the mantelpiece, you see there's these alabaster figurines. They look like they're mounted knights, but you pick one up and you look at one, no head.
Sensing a theme.
This is kind of bizarre, guys. Look at this. All of these are headless.
All of them?
All of them.
Huh.
There's
What do you make of that? Is he practicing? Can he bewitch them into being and then chop off their head and then turn them back into
Well, we already saw a
ceramic
beheading
figurine?
today.
We are dealing with a necromancer.
He was practicing his craft to make a real fiend.
I wonder if this necromancer has not found a willing servant in the horseman.
Hmm.
You notice the horseman had no use for the head. He put it in a sack
He carried it with him, though, right?
and carried it with
Yeah.
him.
Maybe
did.
he's
He
taking
left
it
with
somewhere,
it.
though.
I think he's taking it to the necromancer.
We could have followed him, I suppose. Oh, he's in.
I
He's
would
on a
rather
horse.
not do
He's
that.
on a horse, though. He can go faster than us.
Actually, is the horseman technically our bounty?
We still can't hear anybody in the house yet.
He
Well-
is the murderer.
Well, we saw him murder, yes. But is he being controlled or is he actual?
That is a question I would like to satisfy before we attack the horseman again.
Yes.
Let's
Let's
into
go
that.
to the east.
To the east door.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's a harp and a piano in there?
The harp is playing itself.
Is there any?
Piano's not.
Is there
Piano's
any
not.
music sheets in
Where?
front of them?
In front of
Yeah.
the harp.
Or the piano?
Yeah.
Is there anything bizarre out of the ordinary?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Can I read music? Let's see.
Yeah, can you read music?
My investigation says, can a 15 read this music and tell me if it's strange?
Do you have proficiency in any musical instrument?
I was allowed
Yes.
to select one, but I did not.
Wait, what? You didn't?
Yeah.
You didn't select
Whoops.
one, but you do have proficiency. So yeah, you can read the sheet music. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
is there
normal.
anything special about it?
No,
No.
it's normal.
No.
No code.
Yeah, no weird things.
No.
Okay, well, nothing out of the ordinary here then.
I apologize if I ever am a know-it-all about your characters, but I played a monk for 2 years and then I played a bard for 2 years.
That's fine.
Garrus,
Yes.
are you at the piano?
Yes.
Make a perception check.
I got a 14.
You notice something odd about the lid of the piano?
Mm-hmm.
The entire room is covered in dust. But there are 2 places on the lid where the dust has been wiped away.
Hmm.
The lid is closed.
2 places on the lid the dust is wiped away.
That's-
It looks like 2 handprints.
Let's open it up.
Okay.
See what's inside.
Yeah, we can do that.
You gonna open it up?
I will watch Garrus open it.
Oh, I don't want to. I'm afraid it's gonna jump at me and Mario 64 piano start chomping. I'm gonna carefully open this up and jump away if there's something that's gonna get me.
You open the lid of the piano.
Close it.
Nothing happens. What happened?
Oh,
You're
God.
so brave.
You see inside the missing helm
Oh.
of the suit of armor.
Okay. Pick that up. Alright. Maybe we should re-head our friend out there.
I think that would be a service.
Okay. So I'll walk out to the other Great Hall and place the head back on top of the
Armor.
suit.
Suit of armor.
As you do, you hear a loud click. It seems like the east door has become unlocked.
We didn't ever know it was locked, but now we know we can go through it.
Okay, we're good.
Solved the puzzle we didn't know was there.
You're welcome.
Let's go through the east door.
Alright. After you, 7.
12.
Oh,
Thank you.
12. Sorry.
12.
I'm gonna have to change your name tag on the
It
screen.
changes according to prevailing winds, bodily humor, time of day, money on hand, the temperature, the season, phase of the moon, things like that.
Okay.
Should we just call him Cat?
No, you will call me 12 for now, and I will let you know when it changes.
That's all we could ask for.
Hey, guess what? Another fireplace.
Huh. Is it a headless fireplace?
Yep.
I knew it.
And there are windows back here too.
Must be a chilly climate. What is it? The master is fond of a good place then.
Okay, that is it. I think it's really hard to see what I've done here. It's all messy.
It's okay, we wouldn't know.
What you're doing now might be my least favorite part of DMing.
Drawing the map.
Yeah, like checking the map that you drew earlier, and then making sure that it is all matches with what you drew on graph paper.
Yep, it's awful. This is why I wanted to do it ahead of time, and then I thought it probably won't erase if I do it ahead of time, so I should probably.
It's a good map, though.
Yeah, I
Thank
like
you.
it.
Like I said, I stole it. All right.
Stealing shamelessly.
Shameless.
Okay. So 12 walks into the room.
Okay, let me scroll down
And we
here.
follow.
Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high back chair face the entrance. High back chair face the entrance. And the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a proud horseman with his longsword raised in the air. There is a dark red X painted across the horseman's head. Situated in corners of the room are 2 overstuffed chairs. Floor to ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows 1 to more easily reach the high shelves. Not that 5 needs it. I'm sorry, 12.
Thank you.
The desk has several items resting on it. An oil lamp, a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinderbox, and 4 blank sheets of parchment.
I think I'm drawn first to the books.
I would also be drawn to the books.
I'll check the fireplace.
Investigation check.
For
For everyone, it just
Yeah, for everyone.
alright.
16.
14.
5
You need
I
12.
have
See,
plus
what you get
4
for changing your
to
name.
investigate.
No.
Alright, we'll start with Mara.
Mara.
Not Mara. One shoe.
Mara sneezes somewhere. Sneezes in Mandus's dream world.
One shoe. Nothing in the fireplace. Looks like it would make another good hiding spot if that comes to it. Do you look at the painting above the fireplace?
Yes.
The red X that's on top of the head
Mhm.
looks like it was made in blood. It's kind
Was
of
there a late
dripping
companion's
down.
blood?
Is it fresh or is it dried?
Do you climb up there and touch it?
Yeah, might as well.
Make an acrobatics check.
Is it worth it? No.
Oh no.
7.
You really struggle, and you can't reach the top of the mantelpiece, so it's really hard for you. You give up.
Okay.
What was you
14.
guys' 14? 5. Okay. We'll start with you, 12.
He gets for changing his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't choose it voluntarily.
Well,
It's a
You're-
Complicated prophetical formula.
she, I guess.
you are a woman of science.
Mhm.
You look across the different titles of the books, and they all seem like books on arcane topics, stuff that doesn't really make sense to you.
Not
So
interested.
you lose interest very quickly.
I'm looking for things that match the information I was given. If there's
Do you
anything.
share that information
Yeah,
with everybody?
yeah. I've tried to my best to paraphrase it.
So
but,
what was it?
Books about summoning fiends.
Okay.
Or. Don't think there's anything else.
What was your check, by the way?
14.
14? Okay. You don't see any books about necromancy or summoning fiends or anything like that. They all seem like pretty safe arcane topics, something a wizard would have in his library.
Yeah.
However,
Mm-hmm.
one book does stand out to you. It's a red book. There's no title on the spine, which is weird because all the other
That would
books
stand out.
have
yeah.
titles.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I'll pull the book.
When you pull it, there's a loud click.
And the east doors are. Oh, wait. It's locked.
And
the fireplace. So.
a squeal.
Oh, gosh, that'd be bad.
And instead of pulling just the book, you pull an entire section of the bookshelf open. You found the secret door.
The secret door.
The secret door.
Oh, boy.
Into a secret room.
Where's my map? I think it's.
So it's secret. Maybe I have to do
But there was
detective
before we delve in there was also like a parchment on the desk and stuff like that too, right?
It was just blank parchment. she
It's just
said.
blank.
It was
Oh.
blank.
She said.
But,
I wasn't
you know,
sure
there
if
are
we
drawers in the desk
investigated.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Do you want to check it out?
So what are you doing? What are you doing first?
so is this a small room that
Yeah.
we see? Okay, I'm just gonna check this out if it's just small. I thought it was like a staircase or something.
No,
Yeah.
it's just a
My.
small room.
Very well done.
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
There we
Nice
go.
catch.
Okay.
well, let's take a look. What do we
This
see?
secret room contains bookshelves packed with tomes describing necromantic fiend summoning rituals.
Oh, who would have thought?
There's a heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet that stands against the south wall.
Okay. Well, I will go to the chest first, and is it open?
It's locked.
It's locked. Oh, is it? How is it keyed? Is there a key, or is it like a? Can I use a thieves' tool to open it?
Do you have these tools?
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
proficiency.
I do.
I hope it doesn't better than Mara.
Yeah. Okay. Natural 20.
Woo!
He's way better
Nicely
than Mara.
done.
Sorry,
Okay.
it's just true.
This is
All
just
right.
like the one at home.
So you reach down to unlock this locked chest, which is a piece of cake for you, but you feel a prick on your finger when you start to do it, and you realize it's trapped.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit!
Oh, crap.
Oh shit!
Undo. Control D.
Make a Constitution
Oh,
save.
no. Okay, let's see. Constitution save,
Mhm.
you say, is... I think this is a new sheet. I'm not familiar with where everything is. I see Constitution. I'm guessing it's just this. Yeah, I think it's just that one. I got an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
All right, you take 1 piercing damage
Ouch.
and 3 poison.
Wait, is
damage.
it a projectile? Can I use my reaction to throw
No,
it
it
back at
just
it?
pricked out. It
Okay.
pricked out just like that.
So 1.
1 piercing
Damage.
and 3 poison.
Okay, then that
So
all of those
4
are
total.
temporary, right? So I just lose.
Yes, you
Okay,
just lose
cool.
it off.
So it's 7 and then 4 total, so kind of 6. Cool. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Ouch.
But
Yes.
the chest is unlocked.
All right, so I'm gonna pop the chest open.
Okay.
Take a look inside.
Okay.
Is it a head?
It's a head. No, it's not a head.
Were we
It's
okay?
behind.
You were also expecting me at head, right? Because I was expecting you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
There is a tome with a dark cover
Okay.
that has a picture of the horseman on the front.
The headless horseman?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There is also a piece of parchment covered in chicken scratch.
Like it's written really poorly?
Yes.
Okay.
Not actual chicken scratch.
Chicken
Right.
scratches. I was like,
Chickens have not been at this book.
There is.
And there's a chicken in there. Interesting.
Hold on, where are my other treasure notes?
Okay.
There it is.
Does the picture of the horseman have his head on it, or it's headless?
It's a headless horseman on the front of the tome.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very clearly the same horseman that you fought downstairs. There is a scroll containing the silence spell.
Okay.
There is a glass bottle filled with a metallic syrupy liquid.
I wonder if it's the same one that I had on Hunter.
And there is a rusted metal amulet
Okay.
that depicts a hand holding an eye. It seems to be radiating some kind of power.
Okay.
And there are blueprints of the house.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
One shoe. You know more about magic
Liquid.
than us. Would you take a look at these?
Okay. Tell me more about the amulet.
The amulet, it's a rusted amulet.
Rusty.
It is depicting a left hand holding an eye. And it seems to be radiating some kind of power. Gives you the heebie-jeebies.
And then can we, you said chicken scratches in the parchment, but can we actually make out what it's...
Are you looking at the piece of parchment?
Yeah, hand one shoe the amulet, hand you the tome, I guess. And
Yeah,
then
I'll read over the tome.
Most of it is illegible arcana stuff. We're going to start with parchment. It's mostly stuff that a wizard would understand, and you don't really have any magical training. But on the very top of the page, in very bold writing, it says, "Control the head, control the horseman."
Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to look at the scroll with the silence spell on it.
Okay. It looks like a spell that you can cast. You can use the scroll to cast the spell, the silence spell, and it will have the same effects as silence. So if you look up the silence spell in your book, you'll know how to use it. 12. Is your name 12 still, or did it
Still
go
is
up?
12. I will let you know when it changes.
Did you say you're looking at the tome?
Yes.
That's great.
Do you have... Make a history check.
I'll borrow this.
Hmm?
I have this.
Oh.
11.
11. Okay. Well, from what you can garner, the tome is about a fiend called a Dullahan.
Mm.
But you don't know what a Dullahan is. You've never heard of it before, so you aren't quite sure how it's relevant.
But it is a fiend.
Am I allowed to look over as well?
Yep, make a history check.
I got a nope. I got a 2.
You didn't even know such a thing existed.
Didn't even know there's a book.
Didn't even know. There was enough information about it to make a whole book.
Okay.
Well, this is gonna help.
So I think we investigated
One
all
shoe,
of
are you
the-
still... You had the amulet, right?
Yeah.
You had the
Yeah.
amulet?
Yeah.
Make an arcana check.
Oh, that's a D12.
Oh, sorry, it's over
That's a
here.
pretty good roll, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the
Yeah.
D12 instead.
8.
8. Okay. You're pretty sure that there is some kind of magical thing to this amulet, but you're not quite sure what it does. But you think you could probably use it.
Okay. Even though it creeps me out,
It creeps you out,
I'll put
But
it in
there's
my
some
bag.
kind of a spell or an effect or something, and you aren't quite sure what it will do.
Okay. This will help.
Okay, so
Okay.
I think we've looked at everything.
And the secret room certainly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, are you gonna look at the blueprints of the house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at those.
Okay. You can see the entire layout of the house, which I'm not going to draw for you
Can you just show us?
because it's not relevant.
Oh, okay.
But
How many fireplaces are there?
I think you found all of the fireplaces. Oh no,
That's
you,
the real.
you saw all but one. You saw all
We're
but
missing
one.
Oh
one.
no.
3, 4, 5. There's 6.
There's probably one in the basement.
Guys, I think we need to see this last fireplace.
But there is something that you
Just to make sure.
notice that right here there is a door
Oh.
that you didn't know was there.
Well, we didn't, but now we do.
You didn't know was there.
I missed it. A door where?
Behind that
Oh,
statue
okay.
we reheaded.
Okay.
Reheaded.
Yes.
I thought I checked out the fireplace and its environment.
You checked out the fireplace.
But not the door.
I don't know if you checked that one out. Did you?
Um.
You did in the conservatory in the.
Well, that's the one that had the thing with the X on it that I couldn't quite
That was
reach.
this one?
Yeah, that was that one.
That was this one.
Oh,
And
okay.
you did this one, but I don't think you checked that one.
All right. Oh, yeah, that's the one I hid in.
No, you hid
That's
downstairs.
That's
Yeah.
upstairs.
Okay.
You've been in every fireplace except for this one. Let's
I
see if
know.
we can find this hidden door.
All right, so we'll look for it.
Okay. It's not hard to find once you know it's there.
Mhm.
The handle is kind of hidden alongside the wood paneling, but you find a switch and it opens into a staircase that heads down.
Okay.
It's spirally, very tight fit. You'd have to go one at a time.
Well, I don't seem to have taken any damage so far, so I'll leave.
Be my guess.
You're still
Probably second.
bruising a bit.
Yeah, I'm all right.
So yeah, I'll
I'll
lay
deal.
down. And
Okay.
you can take up the rear once you...
Okay.
We'll let you know if there's any more fireplaces. You're like completely black, like.
It's very, very dark.
But we
there's
all have dark
no-
vision.
No light, no windows. So it's like dim light to you guys because it's
Okay.
pitch black in there.
Mhm.
And you go down this rickety kind of spiral staircase. And it goes down a long time.
Should we?
But finally,
Wait a minute.
what?
I was gonna say, should we, as a caution, just try and be very quiet when we go down here?
That's
This is
When we reach the bottom, I'll do detect thoughts. See if there's anybody down there before we go in.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna usher people to be very quiet
Yeah.
when we're
Yeah.
going down.
Okay. You get to the bottom and there's a doorway. What do you do?
So before we open it, let's check. I'll do detect thoughts.
Okay.
a fine idea, I think.
Now I don't remember exactly what it's something about surface thoughts are free and then I have
That's
to make
if
a
you're using
save.
it on a person. You can also use it to detect for the presence of thoughts within a radius.
Can
Ah.
penetrate barriers except 2 feet of rock and 2 inches of metal or lead.
Okay.
And I can use it to detect
So
thinking
are you
of
using it to detect
creatures.
someone thinking or are you
Yeah.
not someone? Okay. So you do detect some thoughts about 60 feet off to the north.
Okay, so there is someone in there. Guys, should we knock? If it's a secret door, I don't think we should knock.
I asked you this by the foyer, and you all said that we would go in hard. And they opened the door.
Okay.
Okay. The door opens up into the
Come on.
graveyard.
So we're playing a pipe organ. Darn it.
You went
Hello.
back downstairs,
Oh, I'm
back
gone.
here, out into the graveyard. We're just gonna do. I don't really know how big this place is gonna be. I don't really have a map for this. What was it like this? Ish.
Almost. That's close enough. That's okay.
I thought you said you were last.
No, one for
I'm
four.
last.
For one
Okay.
shoe.
Well, okay.
That's okay.
It doesn't really matter. We might do this part theater of the mind.
Yeah.
It's dark. And it's storming a little bit. It's hard to see. But you're in the graveyard. And you can see in the distance. Let me get my notes so I actually do this correctly. There's a sliver of moonlight that reveals a gravel path that leads to the heart of the cemetery. Do you follow the path?
Is there anything else for us to do?
No. I mean, you could leave.
Yeah, let's follow,
You could just peace out.
yeah, let's
like-
follow the path.
Yeah, I guess those are our two options.
We gotta do our job, guys.
Yeah.
As you approach the heart of the cemetery, gravestones all around, big large tree, you see a robed figure holding up a scroll. He seems to be finishing casting a spell.
Hmm.
Suddenly, the ground on either side of him crumbles, and two skeletons emerge from underground, wielding short swords. The figure drops the scroll, an expression of astonishment on his face. And he throws a finger in your direction. Says, "Oh, what are you waiting for? Kill them!" Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh gosh, well, let me get to mine.
Hey, hey.
Stuff.
Where did my card go?
You should have it, I think.
No, I do. I put it somewhere, and I think it's right here.
Thank you. Where did mine go?
There was one more.
Where's my shoe? There it is.
What are we gonna do
You have
here?
the scroll, right?
I think we're just gonna call.
Well, not
I
yet.
think this time I do
that's
wanna
horseman
erase
because
this.
it creates a dome.
For
Can
the
I
what?
have that? Did you ever make me that
Horseman.
No, not the
the
horseman. He doesn't cast
paper
spells.
towels? The wet paper
No,
towels?
it's
The necromancer. The necromancer.
I think I do want it this time,
Well,
just so we
it's
have like a
Harris,
spatial
though.
awareness thing
If
going
he
on.
calls, if he summons the horseman,
Spatial awareness?
I'm gonna save that.
Spatial
for him
awareness
because
is so
if
good.
the horseman can't hear us, he won't come after us.
I think
So we're basically
but
imprisoning him in that dome.
we don't need to do that because he can't hear us anyways.
Remember,
Remember when you? It's for. I think it's.
Oh yeah, it's movement.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I would use on the spellcaster guy if we need to.
It's movement. Okay, so let's see.
It's not erasing very well.
Do you have a little rubbing alcohol?
That's good enough for now. So we're gonna have a big tree. Yeah, we're gonna have my necromancer and his two skeletons. Now they have bows, but they've actually got some short swords. And here's the gravel path. And there are tombstones everywhere. How do you like my map on the fly?
This is
It's
good.
really good.
What was your marching order?
I think it was,
The
Nick,
skeletons.
then myself, then
yeah,
what was it?
The
It's
skeletons
23.
have daggers.
then Garrett.
Oh,
They
they're
have
short bows.
short swords.
Short swords.
The minis have bows, but they actually have. Is that
They're just
Look
really
at you.
fancy
Yeah.
swords.
okay? All right. Wouldn't be a proper DM if I didn't get marker all over my hands. All right. Now I have to roll initiative, so please bear with me. Why do I have this card? Ooh. Did I not? I didn't. I'm boom.
So while you're rolling initiative, I'm gonna start raising my crossbow to just like sight and like load a bolt in here. It says, since you asked before, it's 23 now.
Thank you, 23.
Alright. Jeez, I can't roll to save my life. Why am I rolling mine? I should be rolling a. That's okay. That's okay. It's fine.
Okay, so there's like harp playing.
I was really
I
hoping.
wonder if music will suit the savage beasts.
Who? Which one?
Remember there was a harp playing
Yeah.
by itself. I wonder if music.
There was also dishes washing themselves.
You could try playing that tune again from whatever it is you play.
Yeah. Bring out my
Wiley?
lyre.
Sorry guys, I'm almost ready.
Okay.
Should have pre-rolled initiative like Ethan does.
It's okay. We're
Oh, is that what he does?
We're having character building moments. here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
That's right.
Carry on.
We're trying to decide what to do. They're also making a little clockwork device.
Wow. Hair.
And make it start a fire.
What did we notice any effects of the amulet? She put it on.
She put it on?
Yeah. No, nothing.
Nothing. It still feels like there's some kind of something you can use if you focus on it. You're not quite sure what it'll do. Okay, and it is.
Wait, what was the amulet? What did it look like?
It was this rusty amulet that had like a hand around an eye. Am I remembering this right?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
hand holding an eye. My pencil is out of wood.
And holding
This
the
is
Oh.
very helpful.
Do you want here?
Nope, we're good.
That one.
Okay.
Left hand. It's
Was it
very
the hands of the
specific.
realm holding the eyes of the
23?
world?
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
Yes. Thank you.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I've got my crossbow out and I've got a bolt and I'm aiming and we're gonna shoot at the robed figure.
How
The
far
road
away
figure.
are we?
I don't know how far it's at.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 45.
Yeah, so my range is 80, like the
Oh,
short range.
it's for.
Oh, for her, yeah.
Are you a girl or guy character?
I'm a bull.
You're a boy.
I should have my voice.
So
Yeah,
that's a
you
20 to
should.
hit.
A 20 to hit.
Crazy
Well, that
voice.
definitely hits.
Oh yeah, he does really funny voices.
Roll damage. Roll
I'm gonna
damage.
be a little bit scruffly.
That is 4 piercing.
Oh, you
Four
can just move
piercing?
your mouth and
Yeah.
I'll do the
Okay.
voice.
I rolled a 1.
Oh dear. Actually, I'll put it down here.
Oh, we're too far away.
Okay.
I think that's the end of my turn.
I'm not gonna move or do anything.
Good where I am.
Okay. The robed figure curses loudly as the bolt. Is it a crossbow?
It is a crossbow.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Bolt
think I
blade.
am going to move. I'm going to go toward one that tombstone. You can move
This
there.
way? To the west?
Yeah, the west tombstone.
So you like over here?
Gotta pick up the pizza, do you?
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right. Garrett's you're up.
I'm 1 square away. He's 50 feet away. I can't get to him in 1 turn.
You could kill a skeleton.
I could.
You can mess up a skeleton.
Huh? I will mess up a skeleton. Okay, so I'm gonna move. I have 45 movement.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
I'm gonna start punching the skeleton.
Do it.
So he got punched so hard. Okay. Hopefully I roll better than what I did against the horseman. First attack didn't do very well. It's a 12 to hit. Flash thing.
Misses, unfortunately.
And then I'm gonna use a bonus action to punch him again.
Okay.
I can do that, right?
Yeah, you can do it.
Martial arts.
Once for a bonus action. If you want to do twice, then you have to use a key.
No, I'm saving that for the big bad. I got this one should hit. It's 25.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, I'm just making sure. And then I'm gonna roll damage on my unarmed strike.
On your
Which
unarmed
is-
strike.
Ah, my arm. It's a 5 bludgeoning,
Okay.
and I think that is that. Right? It's this one. Yeah, so because that's the one you can read. That's the one that's right side up.
Is that
Some
it?
of them are on the top. Yeah, I'm done.
All right. It's the skeleton's turn. So the one next to Garrus is going to attack Garrus.
Did you roll bad on initiative again?
I thought I got it 11. That's not so bad.
Okay.
Get
17.
That would be a 7 to hit you.
7?
I think that misses.
I have a 7.5 armor class. That was
Oh
really
wow! It was so
close.
close.
Skin of my teeth.
Oh, let's see. 30 feet movement. I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, can make it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gonna attack. Well, I guess he'd have to come over this way.
Yeah.
He gonna attack you because you're right there.
With his bow sword.
With his sword. With his bow sword. They're the only skeletons we had. Oh man, you guys are so lucky. 9.
Yeah, I missed.
And that's the
necessarily
player
it still
killer
takes
die
your
too
action
that I
to do
took
that.
from Ethan. Alright, that's the skeleton's turn. One shoe.
Okay, I am going to perform dissonant whispers
Ooh, good spell.
on him,
On who?
on the necromancer.
Okay.
guy.
What does that do?
I whisper a discordant melody that only he can hear,
Just look
and
at
it
that.
racks him with terrible pain.
Do I have to make some kind
and
of
you
a
have to
saving?
make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
That'll teach him.
Let's see.
Yeah, good.
That's why I was asking that.
What's your spell save DC?
23.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, 13.
Okay, he fails. He fails.
So what's the
Okay,
bad
so
stuff?
it says he takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away.
Okay. On his turn. No, on his reaction.
He's reacting
Okay.
to it right now.
Okay, so roll that damage. And he's got 30 feet, so he's gonna go.
Big points, points, points.
That's so.
Oh!
16?
16
Yeah.
psychic
Boom.
damage.
Shit.
Right in the mind phase.
Right in the field.
Right.
Alright.
Right in the
let's
mindables.
I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Right in the mandibles.
The mindables.
The mandibles.
It's really good.
Wow, that was a lot of damage. Good job.
But
Oh.
you, I love you.
Alright.
I was trying to do some psychic
So-
damage myself there.
So you hear him cursing as he goes, ah! And he runs behind. How dare you use that spell on me, the great Crixor Morte! Alright.
Suddenly the boggle is back.
Oh my god. So funny.
Okay, so Crixor, who's behind the tree, shouts. He kind of leans around the trunk
Mhm.
at you guys, and he says, "You think you're so tough? But just wait until my horseman gets here. He will make quick work of you." That's his turn.
Okay.
Alright.
23.
I'm gonna put my crossbow away and take out my short sword and attack this
Does it look like those short swords?
a little bit better.
Better.
He says, shut up, my poker laugh is awesome.
And probably miss with an
That's why we're copying
Yeah, that misses. Sorry.
it.
Yeah, I don't think I want to move yet.
Okay, gonna stay there.
Mhm.
All right. After 23's turn, the ground starts to rumble.
Oh no, that's never a good sign.
It's a bunny. Oh,
Another skeleton pops out of the ground,
like Daisy.
and you hear Crixor go, "What the devil?" Garrus, it's your turn.
I feel like we need to kill the summoner, so I think I'm just gonna run towards him and start punching.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do this. 7. And start flurry of punching. Flurry of blows.
Yeah, that's time to bring that up.
Mm-hmm. Here's my first one. That's a 14 to hit.
It hits.
Okay, and then I'm gonna roll the other ones just so I can add them up. So 2 more melee attacks. So that's a 15 and a 25. So
Sorry, what was your first one?
14.
14.
14 doesn't hit. I'm
Does
sorry.
a 15 hit?
Yes.
We
Okay.
found his AC.
Got it. All right. So both the melee hits, but the quarterstaff misses. Okay. I'm gonna borrow your d4. And then so I'm going to use, since I hit him with one of the flurry of blows, he's also gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone.
What's your DC?
It is. That's a good question. It is 8 plus proficiency with wisdom. That's 5, so that's 13.
Okay, he does not make it.
So he's knocked prone.
He is knocked onto his butt.
So that is. And then for these extra attacks, do I get the bonus damage to each one?
Yeah, because they're extra. Yeah, they do.
Okay, so then I get 6 plus 5, so 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Punching him. Do they both get the extra thing, or just that one?
What do you mean?
Let's read this again. Impose one of the effects on the target. Okay, got it.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That's it. I'm gonna knock off my key point though.
Wait,
Yeah, but-
skeletons.
And he plants himself back in the ground. Oops, wrong house.
Alright, so the one on 23 is going to attack.
That's just right now. Okay, alright.
How does a 17 do?
That hits.
That hits? Alright. Oh. Take 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
This one's gonna come after Mara.
Not Mara.
Not
One
Mara.
shoe.
One shoe.
Not the Mara.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can make it.
Hello.
He's gonna attack you. Alright, so against one shoe.
How does it feel to be a monk, Zach? So much power, right?
How does
Yeah.
an 8 do
Pretty good
against
so far.
your AC? 8.
I have a 13.
So he misses. And against Garrus, 16.
Miss.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your AC?
17.
Nice. Alright, that misses.
Dexterity plus wisdom.
That's really good.
Yeah, I got a plus
One
4
shoe,
plus 3.
it's your
so
turn.
Okay.
I'm like as tanky as
Well,
Hunter.
I don't know if I should test my theory now because I've got a skeleton right at
Yeah.
me. So I guess I will take out my longsword and actually I'm better with a dagger, but he's kind of creepy. I better do my longsword
Yeah, get him.
because I'm
Against
against
the-
the
Against the skeleton?
Yeah.
Alright, make a roll to hit.
Hey Nick, what is versatile when you do 2 hands, right?
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
are
natural
all of my
20.
attacks?
Natural 20!
Natural 20.
Nice!
Yeah.
Alright. Roll
It's a
twice the
D8, right?
dice. So is it,
Did I roll the right one? Yeah.
what is it for,
I think it's D8 for a long sword.
D8
right?
for longsword.
so 2d8,
So this one and this one.
And then add your strength modifier.
and then you add your strength modifier once.
Yeah. Ooh, not bad.
10 and wait, this one 2. Okay, so 12.
12? Alright. This thing, it looks really bad. Like he's being held together by like
One bone.
one tendon. He's like starting, like he lost an arm, cut his arm right off. He's not long for this world.
He
But
never
it
was.
didn't kill him all the way.
That's
Okay.
true. What's that? What else?
Okay, can I do another action now?
You might get one action unless you have like an extra attack or something.
Yeah.
We
What you
have a
can
bonus
do,
action.
you can use a bonus action to give somebody a bardic inspiration.
That's true.
Let's do that. Maybe you?
Can you give
It
it to
would be
me?
nice,
I'm
I'm just
kinda
saying.
far.
I think you're too far away.
What does it do?
Inspire others through stirring words or music. Because if I wanted to do that anyway. Because if I play music, I'm wondering if the skeletons will just kind of.
You can always try. I will say, make a wisdom check.
Just her?
Yeah, just for
Wait, no. Wow.
At advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's much better.
15.
You're wearing the amulet, right?
Yes.
It's pulsing when this thing gets close. You feel like if you use whatever's in there, it's gonna do something nasty to these skeletons.
So maybe. it
But you
will
can't
have
use it right
my
now because
powers.
you've used your action.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. You hear the sound of horse hooves approaching.
Oh no! He's coming. He's coming.
He's just passing by.
He
leaps the fence, dismounts his horse, and starts his slow approach.
Oh no. Bye.
He's just gonna stand right here next to his master.
Huh.
He can't quite reach you though,
Good.
so he's gonna stay right there.
I wouldn't be long
The
to scroll
horseman
like a
has
skeleton.
arrived. Next it is Crixor Morte's turn, and he's going to stand up and say to the horseman, "It's about time you showed up. Please take care of these pests." And he is going to use Dimension Door. Just to run to the other side of the graveyard, but he still kind of wants to see the show.
Okay.
23.
How is Crixor looking?
He looks pretty rough. He is pretty rough.
So, yeah, okay. 23, like, puts the hilt of her short sword in between her teeth, and then gets down on all fours and runs after Crixor.
Okay. How far can you move?
This is my special feline agility. I can move double my speed once.
Okay.
So 60 feet.
So let's see. 1, 2. Wait. How many squares is that?
12.
12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
You made it! You made it! What are you gonna
And
do?
then I grab the sword out and swing it at him.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Ooh. 22.
That will definitely hit.
Yeah. Where's my rolls? 8 damage.
8 damage. Crixor looks at you as you drive this sword into his gut, and he says, "Fool, what have you done?" And he drops to the ground.
He was the one controlling you, I bet, because he was so wishy-washy about it.
Anything else on your turn?
Oh.
I'm gonna start sawing his head off.
Okay. You'll have to wait for your
Yeah,
next turn to do that, but okay.
That's my intention here.
Garrus?
Okay. I'm going to give this skeleton one swift clunk and then run away from the horseman. So, let's see if I can do that. A couple clunks. That's a 23 to hit on the first one.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So do I do versatility damage with the quarterstaff? Or if I'm going to follow up with melees, is it just one-handed? Because like, the
No, I
martial
think
arts
you
is like a
can do
kick,
it.
right?
Yeah, you can do versatility.
Okay, so I'm going to do a d8. So the first hit is a 12 bludgeoning damage.
The skeleton shatters under your quarterstaff.
Okay, so he froze.
He just did.
And then I'm...
He's
See
very
ya!
dead.
Horseman, goodbye! I'm getting out of here. 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
forgot to
5,
move
6, 7,
away
8,
from
9.
the skeleton after my last turn.
I don't think I can do a bonus to dash, right?
No,
Not yet. I think that's later
I don't know.
as a monk. But
You would know,
I'm
I
just
don't know.
not going to... I can do that later. I don't remember. Anyways, I'm done.
Okay. The skeletons. Let's see, this one can reach you, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, he can't reach you. But this one's gonna attack one shoe.
I know, I meant to move after my last
Well,
turn.
he still would have gotten an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
How does an 8 do? I can't freaking roll.
These
My
these
bad
players
luck
are
has
so dead.
crossed over. Maybe I'll make this unlucky for Ethan,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
when he uses it next
Yeah.
time.
Hear that?
No, okay.
I like that you're talking into your phone instead of into the camera.
Because he's there.
He doesn't live there.
I can't see his response
Hi,
up there.
One shoe, it's your turn.
Yeah, that's what he's. When she was turn. Okay, so what I was gonna do isn't work anymore. So he's almost dead. Let's try to finish him off with my longsword.
Okay.
Get another crit.
Roll the hit.
Oh.
It's not a crit, but you should do it.
12 plus.
This one, right?
20. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Wait, where's your
wait,
proficiency
wait.
though? That's not right. It should be +4, I think. You're proficient with longswords, right? So it should be +2, +2.
Oh, so 4.
Yeah.
So it should be +4. So
And
this is...
that's, I'm supposed to roll a d8.
No.
16.
This is to hit. This is to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, to hit.
To
So
hit.
16 to hit.
It hits.
Yeah.
I'll get
So
this
now you roll.
eventually.
Now you get this one.
I'm gonna tell you right now. He had 1 hit point left.
Oh, okay.
He
Doesn't matter.
he just
Doesn't matter.
crumbles.
Okay. Yay. He's gone. Ethan says, I'm sorry for my dice.
I hope they stay this unlucky.
Yeah. Yeah, Kay did it.
All right. Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna move anywhere?
Um,
You did use your action.
okay, so maybe instead of using, maybe we can all gather and I can use my silent spell on us so that the creatures
It's not
well,
bad, yeah.
he can't hear us.
You
no.
can't hear us anyways. So
It's the movement. So that's not gonna work anymore.
Make a wisdom check.
Oh, because this thing's pulsing, that's right. My
Pretty
neck
good.
hurts, guys.
It's very good.
Yeah, so it's 0. So 15.
Something tells you that even if he can't hear, he can feel the vibrations in the ground that noise makes, and that's how he was tracking you guys before when you were in the house.
Okay, so everybody come around by me because I have an idea.
is that your... Okay. Good try.
She really wants us to use this spell.
All
I'm
right.
just saying, I gave it to you for a reason.
Okay.
All right, it's the horseman's turn.
He passes.
Seeing that everybody has left,
Oh my god, they're so fast.
he is going to whistle for his horse. And now this horse is the scariest thing you've ever seen. It is all black, and it looks like it has flames coming out.
How does he
where
whistle?
it's- Here it should be. I don't know. He has a device. He goes like this, and you hear the sound, and you're like, what the fuck? How is that working?
Oh wow, that's amazing.
So this horse with the flaming mane comes up, and he hops on it. And then he hops off. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he made it. He's right there. He grabs hold of 23, shoves him out of the way. Are you gonna contest it? Are you gonna let yourself be thrown?
I'm going, wait.
I don't know if you can. It's a fucking grapple. The thing that no DM knows how to do.
So, I'm trying to figure out if I let myself be thrown, will he realize I'm alive? Or will he not know that I'm alive? Well, he probably knows. Yeah, I'm going to contest it.
Okay.
So
So,
that's athletics or acrobatics?
yes.
How's it 21?
Wow. Have not rolled above a 10 all night. Okay, so he tries to grab you and throw you, but you don't move. So he just lets you go.
With my cat-like reach.
And he reaches down and he picks up the limp body of Crixor and he throws it over his shoulder. And he's got 5 more feet of movement. So he's gonna go back to his horse.
Well, I'm going to...
He's still within your melee range,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think.
going to... Oh,
I think. Well, you're so big.
okay. Yeah, you can tell
So
what my
he's
melee
got
range
Crixor over his shoulder here. So he moves 5 feet. So I think he's still in your melee range right now.
Mhm.
It's your turn, 23.
I want that body back.
Okay.
But you know, before I don't want to grab the body. I want to see if I can search the body
While he's holding it?
While he's holding it.
Make an investigation check at disadvantage.
Should I try to get it? Should I try to grab the body back? Because I feel like he can get it like pretty easy.
Depends on what our bounty was. He's dead or alive, but we still need the body, right?
Make an
Is that-
intelligence check.
Okay. 19. 19.
The paperwork that you found gives you a pretty strong feeling that this necromancer was controlling the horseman.
Yeah.
So you get the feeling that the bounty will be for the necromancer. You get the feeling that if you tried to bring a fiend, there may not be a body for you to bring.
Yeah, I want that body back.
So I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna try and get it.
I
away.
would yell at 23 like, we need that body.
I know. All right. So what am I doing here?
Disadvantage.
I guess it's a contested. You're trying to take it away from
Trying
him?
to take him away from him.
I guess it would be a contested athletics check.
Okay.
Calling the body.
That out.
How do you do?
Better than last time.
I'm trying to decide whether I want to use this die or not.
The bardic inspiration.
Can you know after the roll is told or not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I think even with this roll, I can't beat him because I rolled a 3 and I have a +0.
Okay.
Yeah. He rolled a 17.
Okay.
He's not. I mean, he turns towards you as you try to pull this body, and he doesn't have a head. But if he did, you have a feeling that he's just marked you as his next target.
Sure, that's fine.
Anything else?
No.
Come over to me.
I'm sort of in melee with him right now, and it's not a great idea.
Okay, so
Why don't
let's
you
go. Let's
come
go.
to me?
Let's go over. Come
You
on.
should come to us.
Come
It
on.
is Garrus's turn.
Because we need the body. I'm gonna try and help him get it.
Alright, let's go. Let's all go.
So, sorry, skeleton. Maybe another day. So I'm gonna go over here. Be within 15 feet of this guy. 23. Girl. Sorry. And I will also try and pull the body.
Okay.
So just
Contested
acrobatics.
athletics.
Acrobatics.
No.
No, just athletics for this.
Acrobatics
It's
is for
not
dodging and grappling and rolling, like avoiding a grapple.
Unless there's a way I can knock something out of his hands, which I don't think I can.
It's kind of over his shoulder, so
Yeah. Well, if I knock him prone, would he drop stuff?
potentially.
Is that
Do you-
worth it?
Do you have stunning strike?
I don't think so. I think that's a little.
I have one-hand techniques, which is knock prone, push them 15 feet, can't take reactions. I think that's all I have at level 3.
Okay.
Stunning strike. I don't see it on here yet. Yeah, it is level 5.
Ah, okay.
You guys are
So close.
We're so weak.
out of the camera.
So weak. Shoot. Okay. My athletics is really bad.
Well, so is mine, and I tried.
I will try. I will try and athletics him down.
You could roll good, he could roll bad.
Okay, I got a 16.
He got an 8.
Plus, is it total?
That's total.
So I
yeah.
take the body from
So
him,
you take the body from
and
him.
I still have movement
and
left.
he is not happy.
I still have movement left, so I am going to run away.
All right.
So I move. I started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 3 more.
Go by 23.
But
He is right next to 23 right now.
okay.
Yeah, he is.
Should I
Because
just-
you won't
I
be
could-
able to feel us in a minute. He won't know where we are
Yeah, as soon
as
as,
soon as my turn comes.
So maybe I should just stay here.
Yeah.
Can you make it there?
the spell has a pretty decent
25.
radius.
Yeah,
I'll
the
just-
spell
I'll just-
has a really good radius.
Zach,
Hmm?
you have the body.
I do have the body.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Body. Oh no. I have so much adrenaline going right now that I can't think straight. I got 6.
At advantage.
I
You're holding him.
I got a natural 1.
Are you kidding me? All right,
I
you're
just-
scared.
What if I just use passive investigation?
What's your passive
It's a
advantage?
10.
Okay. Well, then you would probably notice.
Thank God.
Crixor Morte
Uh-huh.
has a bag attached to his belt. Has something round and hard inside.
Okay. So can I reach and grab it? What is it?
It is a skull.
Okay, I'm gonna copy what he did, and remember that whoever controls the head controls the horseman, and say like, "Be gone with you, horseman," and I'm like, have the skull.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. This poor little skeleton's turn.
He's trying so hard.
He is.
When
Make
the-
it.
Ethan says when the DM really wants to give you something, but the dice says otherwise.
Right? He's gonna
He
go
knows the
after.
feeling well.
He's gonna go after 23. Oh, a 20. Not
Oh.
natural.
That hits.
Yep. How are you looking?
I'm pretty good,
I
actually.
don't think you've taken much damage.
The
I
horseman
think
has not
I'm
hit-
the only one that took
has
damage.
not hit me yet.
Take
Oh, no, you took some
seven
damage.
Or me.
piercing damage.
Pierce.
Yeah, I wasn't full, but I wasn't.
One
20.
shoot.
23 also somehow started with the best health.
All right, let's time for the spell, man. We're gonna disappear.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll perform the spell of silence around. I don't need to be there.
Closer.
I
How,
don't.
how long is the range?
120.
Okay.
And then
So
I
you're gonna cast it here?
Yeah, and it's a 20-foot radius, a spear centered on
here?
there. Yeah,
Mm,
centered on those two.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm gonna holler out at Garrus. Garrus, can you throw me the skull?
So I'm silent, so I
Would
can't
you be
answer.
able to hear her from outside of the silence sphere?
That's the question. I don't know the answer.
That's a really good question.
I don't
I
know.
also can't answer, but I would probably say no because I don't know why you'd want it.
Well, I have this.
Yeah, no sound can be
Like,
created
I just didn't think you
or
could do it.
pass
That was
through.
for the spell.
Right, so, okay, so once
Yeah.
you're shouting,
And they can't
Garrus,
hear me.
you
They
hear
can't
nothing.
hear. Okay, they
Yeah.
can't hear. Never
you
mind.
feel like you are underwater.
But for some reason, my ears are burning. Like she did that in the wrong order.
And I'm like motioning to you guys.
Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, motioning them. Come on,
Okay.
come to me.
Okay. It's the horseman.
Come on, please.
I did do that.
Don't hurt
But
us.
you guys couldn't move anyway. Done.
The horseman turns towards you, Garrus,
Yep.
and there's a long moment where you think, this is it? This is where my head leaves my shoulders? Just like our poor little friend.
He was my friend.
But the horseman sheathes his long sword, turns around, and slowly starts walking away.
All right.
What do you do? 23.
23 idly kills the skeleton.
Yeah.
All right, roll the hit.
45 now.
That is a 12 to hit.
It misses.
Oh, dang. Oh, no. Hey, you know what? I have this bardic inspiration.
You do.
How about a 17 to hit?
That will hit. That will hit.
For 11 damage.
He is hanging in there, man.
I have 1 HP.
Probably.
He's still there. He's rickety. Not looking too happy.
Okay.
Garrus?
I will walk up and finish off the skeleton and then walk out of the silent sphere, I think.
Okay.
So, let's see if I can do it. That's a 2. So,
No.
let's
miss.
Do a bonus punch. Bonus punch. That's 15.
It hits.
Yes! So 2 plus 6 damage.
Oh, you get a 1.
The skeleton
Popped his head off.
explodes.
I know, man, there's confetti all over the
Silently explodes.
Silently explodes.
23.
No sound.
The skeleton. Idly.
The head goes dum dum dum.
Okay, and then I will. I'll still, I guess, grab the body again and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Bring him out of the sphere.
One,
And that's
two.
it.
Okay, so the headless horseman is there. Okay, you can hear me now. Garrus, we gotta figure out how to use this thing so we can stop him.
Well, we don't need to though.
We don't need to stop the horseman so that it'll kill some more other people.
I don't think he will.
Where does the head go?
Where's
Whose
the
head
head
is
go?
it? Yeah,
Whose head is it?
it's the horseman, so we got to figure out who he is. So, was there an inscription on the?
Well, no.
armor
Remember
guy?
we saw that we know he's like an arcane creature. We just don't know anything about it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
some kind of
He's a fiend
Yeah.
of some kind. And
You
23 is
should
like
wanna make-
23 is
you
like
made a
motioning that he's
history
talking.
check
She's talking,
already.
but we can't understand her.
You made a
'Cause
history
she's
check
in the
already,
silence,
right?
Yeah.
Garrett?
Huh?
One shoe? Make a history check.
Well, I can dismiss the spell too by now.
Oh, there you go.
Let me wait until the horse is a little further away. before-
21.
Now it's
You pretty much wrote the
23.
book on Dull Hands.
Yeah, so if one of you mentions the term Dullahan to her, you know this about Dullahans. My notes closed on me, though, so hold on.
Yeah, I probably would have mentioned that when I found it in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you tell me.
Well, you didn't look over his shoulder the way Garrick did. Garrus.
Yeah.
This fiend that is now walking away from you is a Dullahan. They wander the world in search of the dead and dying. They fancy themselves as controllers of population and the eradicators of pestilence. Usually, they carry their heads under their arm, but this one doesn't have his head. Right now, Garrus is holding it.
Yeah. he's just,
Okay.
that's that thing that I
That
have.
makes sense. I didn't want to just leave it wandering, roaming,
Yeah.
aimlessly.
Is that the end of your turn?
I don't guess I need to do anything.
Okay.
Unless he knows it. Maybe we need to give him back his head.
No, let's not do that.
No, we need to keep. Well, I can't say anything. Zone of silence.
You can't
Yeah.
hear it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The cone of
dismiss the
silence.
spell.
You dismiss the silence spell. Okay. No more silence.
So now we catch you up and say, should
Meanwhile, the horseman
What should we do?
is continuing to walk away.
I think
can we leave initiative?
we
Well,
should
Okay.
take our
Yeah.
bounty back to the office and
I agree.
split the reward.
I agree.
I'm bored of this.
All right. So as you guys decide to take the necromancer's body back with you to get your reward, what do you do with the head?
Yeah.
The horseman mounts his horse and rides away. You don't know where he went. What do you do with the head?
I'm not interested in the head. It was a detail of my last case, and I've already forgotten it.
You had it, Garrus. What do you do with it?
What do we do with it?
Probably just keep it for now.
You have dreams in nights to come of the Dullahan. He's waiting for your order. He
Oh,
will
boy.
kill at your beck and call,
Oh man.
if only you wish it. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
That works for me.
You get your bounty, you get your money, you
How
get
much was
extra
it?
because you turned in the body.
Mhm.
It was so much.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You could buy a house with that money.
Hopefully not that house.
The town gets a lot more cheerful. They tear down the Morte Manor. You've done it. You've saved the town.
Good job. Good job.
And thank everyone for watching. My first attempt at a DM one shot, so that was kind of fun.
Super
That
good.
was very fun. Good job.
Hope it got a little scary in the middle there.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna die.
Very delighted.
Twice.
The first encounter with the horseman that you guys almost passed up, and I was like, nope, we're doing this. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with the next normal episode of our show, so make sure you tune in 7 p.m. Pacific next Monday. We'll see you then.
Bye. Bye.